Hey everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Pitch. This is my second video. I'm just going to talk quick on today's game, Miami and Nashville. This is the second game of the first round of the playoffs. As you all know, I'm Raymond and I'm here. We break down the game we love with passion and analysis. Let's get started. I'm just going to talk a little bit about last week's game, last 2 weeks game. I believe it was last week, into Miami and Nashville. Just like I predicted that Miami is going to win game 1 and Messi is going to be a huge impact. You know, he scored 2 goals during the game. You know, he's really, show that he's the greatest player on earth. He's 38, but he's still dominating the league. You know, he was the goal scorer, the leading goal scorer. He's going to be the MVP. You know, he's already done that in Spain a couple of times. You know, he won the Ballon d'Or like 6 times already. But he still have that passion and mentality and that experience on the field, yeah? Okay, so last week's game, against Nashville, they played home. You know, Messi scored twice. His rating was 8.57. which was good. I mean, he's 38, but he's still dominating. Just like I said, Ayande also played really good. He showed the impact on the field. You know, he was there. He scored when the opportunity arrived. He would have scored at least 3 goals, but, scoring 1 goal helps the team to win as well. So that's good. Just like I talked about Rodriguez as well, he was a huge impact as well. He did great. He did good. He had 6.91 rating, and Ayande had 6.90, which is really good. Couple of players I didn't talk about was Busquets, Luis Suarez, and Jordi Alba. You know, those 3 were like really, they played in Barcelona, and then they knew how they played together. They know how they play, the movement, where they need to be. Especially Jordi Alba, with Messi, he's always, crossing in the ball, 45 degrees angle to Messi, and Messi always try to finish it, which is really good. Jordi Alba had 7.41 rating. Busquets has 7.27 ratings. Suarez had 7.35 rating. And then DePaul as well, he had 7.13 rating, which is really good. You need this kind of ratings in the team if you guys need to win the series. One important player as well, which is Falcon. He's a defensive player. He's really good. He's always there. He's always giving it all he has. He's playing with his heart. He's saving them, blocking a lot of chances that needs to be scored, but he's always there, know where to be. The tackles are great. That's really good. That's something that you need in the back. And also Allen is really good. He's young and he's magnificent. He's just like Jordi Alba. The way he plays, I kind of compare him to Jordi Alba because he also plays on, he's a lefty, and he also plays on the left wings most of the time. But during this game, he played on the defensive line with Falcon. Frey played on the right wings and the right defensive, and Jordi Alba played on the left defensive. But he always goes forward just like a left winger. That's one thing about Jordi Alba. He makes those runs, and he always make sure he know where Messi is, and most of the time they connect, yeah, just like they did in Barcelona. So I believe today's lineup, I don't know what the coach is going to do, but I believe he needs to keep the same lineup he did last time. The coach needs to keep the same lineup he did last time. I think he needs to keep the same lineup with Frey playing the right defensive, Falcon playing the defensive, and also Ray Allen, and then Jordi Alba on the left defensive. And he needs to keep Rodriguez on the left winger, Busquets in the middle with DePaul, and the Ayandi on the right side. Messi playing as a number 10, behind Luis Suarez, but he's always everywhere. And I think if Miami is going to score, it's going to come from the wings, just like they did last time. The goals are going to come from the wings, the crossings, the layups, to Messi, because that's how they scored in the first game. All 3 goals came from the wings. So I believe if they're going to score, they have to work on the wings. They need to provide the ball to the wings to cross it in so they can score. But looking at Nashville, if Nashville wants to stop Miami from scoring, they need to stop them from bringing the ball from the wings. Just like I said, they need to stop them from bringing the ball from the wings. That's how they are going to, pretty much try to stop them from scoring. But you never know. Messi is Messi. He makes things happen. But Nashville has to try to stop them from, bringing the ball through the wings if they want to win this game. They're playing home. Nashville is playing home. Miami already beat Nashville a couple of times at home already. Before the playoffs, they beat them 5-2, I believe, at home. So my prediction is, I'm looking at Nashville winning this game, but the percentage-wise is going to be 50%, Miami about 40%, and to draw the game is going to be at 10% if they are going to go to penalties. And if they do go to penalties, Miami is actually going to win if they do go to penalties. But if Nashville wants to win this game, they need to score in the first half. Just like I always say, Nashville has to score in the first half. When they do, Miami struggles to come back. So if they need to win this game, they need to score in the first 30 minutes, at least 1 or 2, and it's going to be tough for Miami to actually come back to tie the game or win the game. So they need to score in the first half. The players that I really want to step up in Nashville is Surridge. Surridge had 26 goals in the regular season. He was behind Messi as well with the goals. But looking at these playoffs, he's not actually showing up. He's not playing just like he did in the regular season. This is the playoffs. You need to show up. You need to do much better. They need more. The fans need more. The teams need more. So you need to do much better. Scoring, because that's what you do. Score. That's what the team needs you to do. So he needs to show up. Mark needs to also show up. He had a 7.5 rating. Surridge has 7.3 ratings. So Mark needs to really show up as well. He's playing also as a number 9 with Surridge. He's playing behind or with Surridge in the same line. So he needs to show up as well. Another player that I pretty much want him to show up is Taxet. He did really good. He's young, he's quick, he's smart. He needs to also show up to help the team win. So that's what I'm going to talk about Nashville. I believe the name is Nadja. He had a 7.4 ratings last time. He's a right defensive player, and he needs to also show up tonight. But all I can say is, I know Miami is going to win this Game 1 series of the playoffs, but tonight Nashville has 50%, Miami has 40%, and the draw is 10% for them to go to PKs. And if they do go to PKs, Miami is winning the game, and they're going to close the series tonight. But if Nashville actually score a couple of goals in the first half, then they are going to tie the series to go to round Game 3. So my prediction tonight is towards percentage-wise, like I said, Nashville has 50%, Miami has 40%, and 10% draw to go to PKs. And if they do go to PKs, Miami is going to win. But Nashville has to score in the first half for them to win this Game 2 to go to the Game 3. Yeah, this is my predictions for today. And As time goes on, I'm going to make sure, I put more stuff on the screen for you guys to see what I'm talking about. This is just a second video, so please don't forget to subscribe, follow me, comment what you guys think. I posted the bracket, what I think, who's going to come out from the bracket and who's going to go to the next round. Comment on it and let me know what you guys think. Peace. Talk to you guys later.